Commissioners will take place electronically in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, specifically NJSA 10:4-9.3, due to the ongoing state of emergency occasioned by COVID-19. Notice of this meeting was given by one public advertisement with sufficient notice herewith to the Home News Tribune. Number two, filing advance written notice of this meeting with the city clerk's office. And number three, posting this notice on the public website of the Housing Authority. During the meeting, participants, including members of the public, may be muted by the host. However, there will be an opportunity for them to participate and speak during the public portion of the meeting where participants will be unmuted at their request. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Yes, roll call. Oh, 1 second.
I mean, we can do a moment of silence for the people who just got massacred.
Let's
in our
have a
friendly
moment of
country.
silence. You're right, Chair.
Yeah.
For Israel, the Middle East, and everyone involved there on both sides, let's pray. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Let's have a moment of silence. Thank you.
Yeah, that picture in the background is the Sea of Galilee. I was there about 1.5 to 2 years ago, so that's why I have that up today as well. So
Okay.
That's honorable. Thank you. Okay, moment of silence. Thank you.
thank you.
Roll
Chair.
call, please. Yeah.
Roll call. Commissioner Minnick,
Present.
Commissioner Vargas. Oh, there he is. I see you, Felix. Give me a wave, Felix. Okay, Felix is here. Commissioner Kulabanya. No, I have her down as absent. Commissioner Linda Montgomery Williams.
Here.
Councilwoman Commissioner Francois.
Here.
I see her. Thank you. And Chairman Agadosi.
Yes.
Great.
Approval of the
2, 4,
previous
5.
meeting minutes.
We have one absent.
Uh-huh.
5 motion carries.
Okay.
Okay, next item. Approval of previous minutes. I'll need a motion and a second on the minutes.
I motion.
I second.
Commissioner Minnick, was there something you wanted to say before I take roll call?
No, no, you were just, Linda Montgomery Williams moved the motion. I second the motion. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Motion. Second. This is minutes. Roll call. Commissioner Minnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Vargas, just give me a wave. I see you. Kulabanya is absent. Commissioner Montgomery Williams,
Yes. Here.
Commissioner Francois,
Yes.
Chairman Agadosi.
Yes.
Great. Chair, motion passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Consent agenda, we're going to move on to the resolution. Resolution 23-5610. It's a resolution ratifying and approving warrants for public housing programs for the month of September 2023 in the amount of $20,974.10. If there are no other questions, we can do roll call. Motion in a second, please.
Motion to approve. I second.
5610. Francois moved.
Yes, she did.
Okay.
Yes. And I-
You second. Great. Roll call. It's 5610. Commissioner Minnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Vargas,
Yes.
Commissioner Kulabanya absent. Commissioner Linda Montgomery Williams,
Yes.
Commissioner Francois,
Yes.
Chairman Agadosi.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0, Chair. We're gonna move
Thank you.
on to the next resolution.
Hmm.
Resolution 235611, resolution ratifying and approving warrants for Housing Choice Voucher Program for the month of September 2023 in the amount of $632,946.44. Are there any questions? If not, I'd like to do a roll call. I'll need a motion in a second.
Roll call, please.
We need a
So
motion.
moved.
Motion
I
and a
move the
second.
Your
motion.
motion, please.
Motion.
Linda,
Yes.
and a second, Minnick?
Yes,
Okay. Roll call, Commissioner Minnick,
yes,
Commissioner Vargas,
Yes.
Commissioner Kulabanya, absent. Commissioner Montgomery Williams,
Yes.
Commissioner Francois,
Yes.
and Chairman Agadosi.
Yes.
Great. Motion carries 5-0. Now we're moving to resolution 235614. Oh, I'm sorry. Resolution 235613.
12. 5612.
you didn't do 12
Yeah,
yet.
I think you skipped 12, Dan.
Oh, yeah. This is the
Personnel
one.
policy.
Hopefully Helene's still around in case I get questioned. Resolution 235612. Resolution approving and adopting the revised personnel policy effective 11/1/2023.
You know, I thought it was good. I appreciate you guys highlighting the sections. My only question was that read over by the attorney? Did you review that?
Oh, yeah. Elaine?
Yes, council was
Okay.
involved in this process,
Okay.
Commissioner, absolutely.
So in terms of that not paying the employees time and a half, is that a New Brunswick Housing Authority thing? Or is that something that is approved in concert with what the state requirements are for labor? Is that, I saw that change, I just was wondering why that went into effect. 'Cause
Now,
we-
which section specifically are you
It
referring
was
to?
regarding the overtime. That there was a clause that you no longer paying time and a half for overtime.
I'll have to go to the section. Do we have the policy here?
Oh, yeah. I sent
Let
it
me
to you.
yeah, no, I have,
Yeah, I'm gonna try to
pulling it
get
up
to
on-
it, but I didn't highlight it because I didn't print it out.
No,
but-
no, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up. I'm pulling it
also
up as we speak.
I believe you might be referring to the fact that at the present time, we are handling everything through New Brunswick, so we're not providing any overtime for anybody there. There's no need.
Right, but
I-
I guess my question is, we had our own personnel policy.
Correct.
And I just want to know, is that influenced by the New Brunswick Housing Authority policy, or is it still our policy, which was just updated? Because I
So
know we may not have it, because we really don't have any employees for overtime, and that's why I asked the question.
Right.
Is that a New Brunswick thing, or is that a Somerset? You know,
No,
Franklin-
that's it's a Franklin Township Housing Authority personnel manual. It's
Okay.
related to Franklin. Some things were done a little bit different there than were done in New Brunswick. It
Right,
is completely its own. If we were to start taking employees in for Franklin on their own, they would abide by everything in that manual.
right. So do we know why there's no overtime and a half pay? Is that legal to give someone straight pay when they're over the normal 40-hour week?
Well, I'm not seeing that, Commissioner, because I'm looking
Okay.
at the policy. It says in the overtime compensation policy, it does say overtime rate is set at a rate of 1.5 times the regular rate of pay. So I'm trying to see what you're referring to, because that's why I was concerned. I wanted to make sure that because
well,
that is
well,
not
yes, right,
that is
maybe-
consistent with the law that you
Right.
do pay
So-
time and a half.
Okay,
And as
so,
Helene just indicated,
right,
this is a completely separate policy for
Right.
the Franklin Township Housing Authority. And certainly, even though you don't currently have an employee working for FTHA, Once we do, and if we do at any point, we want to make sure we have a policy that's in compliance with all state and federal regulations, which this policy is in compliance with.
Okay,
And
well,
that's one
again,
thing
maybe I misread that. Like I said, I'll pull a policy up, but again, that's good information. Like I said before, I thought this was very comprehensive, so.
Yeah, no,
The
absolutely. I
lesson that
I
had.
did pull up that
Mhm.
one section though,
Mhm.
Commissioner, and it does clearly say it's set at a rate of 1.5 times the regular rate of pay. So,
Okay, great, thank you.
nope, no problem.
Commissioner, I mean, you're always spot on, man. You always get things right. So I'm gonna go back and really go through it with a fine tooth comb. But yes, that is illegal.
Yeah.
You have to pay people if they work those hours.
Yeah,
Definitely.
no, again, maybe I misread it, but I appreciate you guys pointing that out.
I'm hoping you did. I don't want to vote
Yeah.
against you, but I'm hoping you did, Ms.
No,
Reed.
no, like I said,
Yeah, we don't want to shut down like
we all
Boston.
read these things, that's all.
Right, right. No, I know you read them. I know you
Mhm.
read the entire package. That's why I like to always bring an army of people in case I'm asked for some questions.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alberto.
No, not a problem.
Okay. Are we okay? Any other questions, Chair?
No, we continue to 5613.
So we have to
No,
accept.
we
We're
have to
gonna- we're
vote.
gonna-
We have to vote on this one.
Better vote on the first one.
Yeah, we
Okay,
better vote.
I
We
need a
better
vote on that one.
We're gonna go 235612, resolution approving and adopting a revised personnel policy effective 11/1/2023. I'll need a motion in a second.
So moved.
A
Minute,
second,
Nick moved. Montgomery Williams, second. Okay, roll call. Commissioner Minnick,
yes.
Commissioner Vargas,
yes.
Ms. Kulabanya, absent. Commissioner Montgomery Williams,
Yes.
Commissioner Francois,
Yes.
Chairman Agadosi.
Yes.
Chair, motion carries 5-0. Now we're moving to 235613. Shoot. A resolution approving commissioners' attendance at the New Jersey State League of Municipalities Annual Convention in Atlantic City, New Jersey, November 14th through the 16th, 2023. If there are any questions, if there aren't no longer any questions, I'll need a motion in a second.
A motion, Felix?
Okay, Phil?
Seconded,
Motion.
and I second that.
Okay, Chairman, thank you. Commissioner Minnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Vargas,
Yes.
Ms. Kulabanya, absent. Commissioner Montgomery Williams,
Yes.
Commissioner Francois,
Yes.
and Chairman Agadosi.
Yes.
Great, Chair. Motion carries 5-0. On to Resolution 235614. Resolution authorizing and approving the fiscal year 2024 HUD fair market rents and payment standards for use by the Franklin Township Housing Authority effective November 1st, 2023. Any questions? It's the new FMR that came out from HUD. Last year, we went up to 120 in an emergency phase, and then HUD came back behind us and dropped it to 110, but that's after they did the correction, as I'm being told. So if there are no questions, I can do I'll need a motion in a second.
So moved.
Okay.
Second, Francois.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Roll call. Commissioner Minnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Vargas,
Yes.
Ms. Kulabanya is absent. Commissioner Montgomery Williams
Yes.
and Commissioner Francois.
Yes.
Sorry, one more. Chairman Agadosi?
Yes.
Great. Thank you. Resolution carries 5-0. The report from the secretary and his correspondence is the same. We continue to run a really tight, lean operation over at Franklin. There haven't been any problems. We get total cooperation from RPM. And my administrative staff there is really, really, really good. They're ahead of the game. Now, at this time, I'm going to open up public comment. I see there are some individuals. I don't recognize phone numbers and stuff. I don't see oh, there's Char. Whoever wants to go first, either raise your hand or unmute yourself and speak. You get 5 minutes.
Unmute
hi,
yourself,
can you hear
please. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes?
Hi, Charlie Cradaville here, the editor of New Brunswick Today. Following up on the same issue I've been bringing up now for a few meetings. I will draw your attention to the Franklin Township Housing Authority website, where the most recent meeting minutes available to the public for 2023 would be June. So for someone who could not attend your August meeting, your July meeting or your September meeting, they just don't know what happened there. It's not on your website. I understand the September meeting minutes were probably just approved during this meeting and might not be able to be posted until tomorrow or the next day, but there's no reason that your July meeting minutes should not be posted. You know, vastly prefer to have a video recording as opposed to minutes. Obviously, minutes are required by law. The video recording is optional. So I'll just emphasize that because you're choosing to hold your meetings on Zoom, it can be as simple as clicking a button, the record button, to make a recording of the meeting and sending that recording to whoever runs the Franklin Township YouTube channel. And that can be done. As a matter of fact, I am recording and broadcasting tonight's meeting, and anyone who wants to see it can find it on the New Brunswick Today Facebook page or the New Brunswick Today YouTube channel. And I just, I'm not going to be able to make it to every meeting, but I do care about what's going on here. And I think I'm not the only person that does. And I'm sure in Franklin Township, there's got to be some people who would benefit from being able to see the work of this board. So I'm just asking you once again to record, and like most of the other boards, commissions, and authorities in town, avail yourself of the Franklin Township YouTube channel and post the recordings there.
Sure.
I don't see why we have to wait 2 or 3 months to find out what happened at a board meeting just because our schedule doesn't allow us to attend. Thankfully, I'm able to be here tonight and take some time out of my day and sit at my desk at my computer so I can rebroadcast your meeting for those that are interested, but I can't be at every meeting, and I would like you to please use the technology that you have to ensure that proper, complete recordings are made available to the public. And I'd ask you to reconsider your decision to not do that, since it is an option you have. I think it's an option that would be in the best interest of transparency of your residents and the township.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you for your comments. Anyone else from the public available or would like to say anything?
Seeing no one else from the public, I make a motion to close public session.
Okay, and I'll need a second,
I second that.
Second.
Chairman. Great. At this time, we'll take roll call for closing public comment. Commissioner Minnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Vargas,
Yes.
Commissioner Kulabanya, absent. Sorry. Commissioner Montgomery Williams,
Yes.
Commissioner Francois,
Yes.
Chairman Agadosi.
Yes.
Great. Public comment is hereby closed, 5-0. Comments from the chair or any board member at this time?
At this time, I don't have any comment, except that we just want to praise you guys for the work you're doing so far. We just have to get this posting of our minutes to be as prompt as possible, like we discussed in the past. Yeah. I don't know what he's talking about in terms of it being late. Is it something that we can really fix once and for all?
I don't know.
Well, I think Charlie made a good point that, the month before, we have to approve the minutes before they can be posted. But to have them not be on there since June, that's not
There you
acceptable.
go.
Yeah.
I don't
We gotta
know.
fix that.
Look, I don't know if that's the case. I'm not asking. I don't want to have this dialogue here now. I
Yeah.
think Mr. Minnick and I are going to get together and maybe, I know you're busy, Councilwoman Francois, but there's got to be a maybe another way. Ike and I can, I don't know, but
Yeah,
it's
so
starting to get to
June,
be like a jinx now. Like I'm
Yeah.
really on it. I think I'm on it, and now I hear this. So
July is not up, but I don't. Who again is the one who loads the minutes up to the website? Is there a private company or
yeah,
is it a staff person?
it's a private company, and they really they do a good job. I mean,
Well, they don't do a good job on the minutes, so
look.
either we're not sending them the minutes, or we need to have someone on your staff that can just upload it to the website.
I will take responsibility moving forward to make sure that it's done in the timely manner.
Okay.
It's not necessarily the responsibility of the other company to, when it's given, it gets put up. There are times though, some of the documentation has to be
approved.
redacted.
Oh,
So
redacted, approved,
of
right?
signatures. So sometimes that can be the holdup. It's a matter of making sure that the documents are redacted appropriately. I do not know at this point if there was a pile sent, and maybe that's what the holdup is, and whether the document needs to be redacted or not, it gets checked and processed the same way. So I'll check on it, and I will move towards making a greater effort to make sure that those documents are getting up onto the site on time.
Eileen, what's a reasonable turnaround time that you think we should make sure that it's a policy that's up 30 days after the board meeting? How long does that usually take for you to do any redactions or whatever you have to do?
So the process can take up to 2 weeks. That's based on whatever's happening with us and then what's happening with the other company. It's just, a processing thing.
Well,
But-
Helene, hold on,
Yeah.
Helene. 2 weeks after they're approved,
Well,
not
it's 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks after they are signed.
right.
It's 2 weeks after they're signed. So if you guys have a meeting and then it doesn't get signed for a week or two, that could also put a delay on it. It depends, on what the situation is.
Well, who does the signing?
Is
Who
that
signs?
what you signed? Do you sign that, Ike? Do you sign the minutes? I think I might have signed them once, but are you one responsible for signing them?
Yeah, I signed the minutes, yeah.
After the next month's meeting,
After
though,
the minute, yeah.
Correct.
After they're adopted.
after they're adopted.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying, I'm trying to figure out what a timeline is, because if there's a timeline that is necessary, we can just put a thing on the website that you can expect the minutes by a specific date, so then people would know that that's the reason why it's been delayed, right?
Well, maybe what I will do is, over the next week, only because we're a little shorthanded right now, but over the next week, I'll review the process and the procedures and how they're being handled, and I'll come up with a reasonable timeline. I'll tell you right up front, I'm not going to put a specific date on the website. You will have it on this date, but I will give a range.
Well, I'm just saying,
We'll have it
normal,
between-
right, just arrange that the normal turnaround time for minutes might be up to 30 days or.
Exactly, something a
right.
little more broad.
Right.
So so for Commissioner Minnick to see the full brevity of this, I take the minutes, right? So I got them.
Right.
That's why I'm a little slower making sure everything's in and make sure it's an easy transition for tomorrow, and I add some things in. I get them ready, and 30 days from now, which will be November 8th, we're going to present these minutes.
Right.
Then Ike and I get together within a week, depending if something happens, depending if I'm around. He may be away, then I can go to vice chair. Within that period, then I get them and I give them over to Helene, and Helene magically gets them on the website, more or less. So it's not like where Charlie's saying, or the contention is, record it, people can see it the next day. They can see their own minutes. But the unfortunate thing is, for Charlie, the law doesn't call for us to adhere to that. We have a reasonable period of time, and HUD requires this, right, Alberto? If I'm wrong, just correct me. Within a reasonable period of time to post the minutes.
Yeah, and all I'm saying is
Well,
that
hold on.
sounds like about
The
45
agenda
days.
is posted right away. I don't mean to
Right.
speak over you,
But Danny,
Commissioner.
what I'm saying is, it sounds like it's about a 45-day process. So what I'm just saying is that if we set the expectations, he's probably the only one going on the site to look at it anyway. But the thing is
You
that
never know.
I'm just saying, but the thing is, set the expectations that, minutes will be recorded within 45 to 6, whatever that time frame is, so that at least the information is there. It's not like we have blank spots that we're missing meetings. So
Right,
that's the only point I'm making. And you don't have to do that. That's just a suggestion.
right.
And,
I got,
and just one thing I want to point out to the commissioners, here, obviously we have a longer gap because the July meeting, August, you didn't have a meeting, so they were approved at the September meeting. So you're talking about one meeting's time frame, but it seems longer because you're talking about the July meeting minutes, but they weren't approved until September 13th, I believe, was when you had your September meeting. So you're less than 30 days from when that meeting occurred to when this meeting is, and tonight, that it's not on the website. But I think what we've laid out here is a process where you can give a time frame for when the expectation will be to have those minutes on the site. And certainly, I think it seems to everyone clear that the housing authority is doing everything to try and promptly get these onto the site as quickly as possible.
and I'm going to interrupt you for a second. Sorry, Commissioner Vargas. And Charlie knows on demand, he can show up to my office and I will provide him with various documents, not just the minutes for Franklin, whatever it may be. I try to accommodate if he's on demand. I mean, they say this technical term in the HUD world where you have to have certain records here. I've got my records here. Look at my office. I got nothing but records. So you want to come to my office, commissioners, whoever, it's here. We will, Helene is right. I don't know. Sorry. Commissioner Vargas, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Alberto if he's authorized to live stream this on Facebook, which he said he was doing.
Well, and anyone can, it's a public meeting. Anyone can record the meeting in the state of New Jersey. So as a participant, if we weren't there in person, Mr. Cradaville could set up a video camera and record the meeting. So that's essentially what he is doing is by streaming this. That is allowed. So that's that's his prerogative to do that. From a standpoint of, as we've talked about from a recording standpoint, you do not have a duty to record the meeting and to post it yourself, and that's certainly up to every public entity how they handle that.
Thank you, Alberto. Okay, Chair. Are there any other questions, commissioners?
No.
Okay.
Anybody have any question, please?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Since there are no other questions and the meeting agenda items have been resolved for this evening, we can move for an adjournment. I would need a motion in a second.
I
Motion
move
to
the
adjourn.
motion for adjournment.
I second.
Okay, Ms. So motion by Mr. Agadosi. Linda Williams. Roll call. Commissioner Minnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Vargas,
Yes.
Ms. Kulabanya absent. I'll check on her tomorrow. Commissioner Montgomery Williams,
Yes.
Commissioner Francois,
Yes.
and Chairman Agadosi.
Yes.
With that said, I really thank you guys again. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. All right.
All right,
Okay.
appreciate it.
Okay.
Take
Mr.
care,
Minnick, I'm gonna
everybody.
call you
Thank you,
tomorrow.
everyone.
What's up?
Thank
Okay.
you guys.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Have a good
Thanks,
night.
Elaine. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.